Good day, everyone. So today we will have this lesson. So there are binomials or trinomials that when you multiply, the products form a pattern. Such are called special products. Using the laws of exponents, you will be able to find the product of a square of a binomial, sum and difference of binomials, cube of a binomial, and square of a trinomial. So today, we will discuss about special products. And what are these special products? So the first one, we have the square of a binomial. Second, we have the sum and difference of binomials. Third, we have the cube of a binomial. And last, we have the square of a trinomial. So let us discuss first square of a binomial. So how do we square a binomial? So to get the square of a binomial, these are the steps to follow. So square the first term of the binomial. Second, add twice the product of the first and second term of the binomial. And third, then add the square of the second term of the binomial. So to make it clear to you or to easily get the square of a binomial, so let us rewrite these steps in mathematical sentence. So let's say that the first term is the capital letter A and the second term is the capital letter B. So if we are going to get the square of A plus B, so by following these three steps here, so we will have A squared plus 2AB plus B squared. So do not forget this mathematical statement or sentence. The square of A plus B, we have equal to A squared plus 2AB. So 2AB means 2 times A times B plus B squared. Find the product. We have here the square of A plus 7. So if we're going to get the square of A plus 7, so we will have to follow this mathematical sentence. So we have here the square of A plus B. So we will have A squared plus 2AB plus B squared. So we identify what is the value of A and what is the value of B, or what is the representative or the represented value of A and B. So we have here A, capital letter A, is equal to the first term. So therefore, our value for A is A, or the variable A. And then capital letter B means it is the second term of the binomial. So therefore, our B is 7. Then following our mathematical statement, substituting the value for this statement or sentence, so we have here A, wherein our A is a variable A, then plus, so we have the plus sign, then we have B, which is 7, so that's why we substitute it as 7. Then we have the quantity squared, equals A squared, so our A is A, so we substitute A, our variable A, to capital letter A, so we have here the quantity A squared, then plus sign, then twice, so we have 2 times the value of A, which is the variable A, times the value of B, which is 7. So we substitute the value of A and B. Then plus the square of B. And our B is 7. That's why we have here the square of 7. And to get the square of A plus 7, so we need to simplify this. So let us simplify. So what is the square of A? So we will have A squared. So we will just follow the laws of exponent. Then plus, we have here positive 2 times A. We have 2A times 7. So 2A times 7 is positive 14A. So that's why we have plus 14A. Then we have plus the square of 7 means 7 times 7. So we have 49. Therefore, the square of A plus 7 is equal to A squared plus 14A plus 49. Now let us have our second example. So we have here the square of 2xy minus 5. So again, we will use this mathematical sentence that the square of a plus b is equal to a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. Then let us identify the value of a, which is 2xy, and the value of b, which is negative 5. So take note that if it is minus sign, so it means that the sign of 5 is negative. So we have b is equal to negative 5. Then let us substitute it to our mathematical statement for this one. So we have here the square of 2xy minus 5. So we just substitute it here. Equals, so the value of a, which is 2xy. So we have here the square of 2xy, or 2xy quantity squared. Then plus 2. So we have here 2 times a, wherein our a is 2xy. So that's why we substitute 2xy. Then times b, wherein our b is negative 5. Plus the square of b, or b squared, wherein our b is negative 5. That's why we have here the square of negative 5. And then let us simplify. So again, we have here the square of 2xy minus 5 is equal to, what is the square of 2xy? So it means that we will multiply 2xy to itself twice. So what is 2xy times 2xy? Or we just simply distribute the exponent outside the parentheses to each of the exponent in the given numerical and literal coefficient. Okay? So that's why we will have 2 squared. So what is the value of 2 squared? So we have 4 because it is 2 times 2. Then we have your x squared. Then we have y squared. Then positive 2 times 2xy. So we have positive 4xy. Then positive 4xy times negative 5. So that's why we have negative 20xy. Then plus the square of negative 5. So it means negative 5 times negative 5. So it is equal to positive 25. So therefore, the square of 2xy minus 5 is equal to 4x squared y squared minus 20xy plus 25. Now, let us have our third example. So, we have here the square of x plus the square of y minus 3, or the quantity of x plus the square of y minus 3 squared. So, again, following our mathematical sentence, we have here the square of a plus b is equal to a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. And then let us identify the value of a, which is x, and the value of b, which is y minus 3. Then let us substitute it here. So we will have the square of this x plus the square of y minus 3 is equal to, so let us substitute the value of a here. So we have here a squared, so that's why we will have x squared plus 2ab, that's why we have here plus 2 times x times the quantity of y minus 3, because we have here 2ab. Our a is x, substitute, and our b is y minus 3, substitute. So it is multiplication, so we have here 2 times x times the quantity of y minus 3 plus the square of b, wherein our b is y minus 3. So that's why we have here the square of y minus 3. Then let us simplify this. So we will have here the square of x, so we will have x squared. Then we have here positive 2 times x is positive 2x. Then we have a binomial here, so it means that we will multiply positive 2x to y and positive 2x to negative 3. So let us start. So positive 2x times y is positive 2xy. Then positive 2x times negative 3 is negative 6x. So that's why we have here negative 6x. Then we have to get the square of y minus 3. So we will go back with our statement here that we will square A plus 2AB plus B squared. So that's why we have here the square of A, wherein our A is Y. So that's why we have here the square of Y plus 2AB. So our A is Y and our B is negative 3. That's why we have here times 2 times A. We have Y, then times negative 3. Plus the square of B, wherein our B is negative 3. So that's why we have here the square of negative 3. Then again, let us simplify. So we just copy. We have here x squared plus 2xy, then minus 6x. Then what is the simplified form of the square of y? So we have here positive y squared or plus y squared. Then multiply this. So 2y times negative 3. So we have here negative 6y. Then plus the square of negative 3. It means negative 3 times negative 3, which is positive 9. So therefore, the square of x plus the square of y minus 3 is equal to x squared plus 2xy minus 6x plus y squared minus 6y plus 9. Okay? Now, let us have the square of a trinomial. So, how do we get the square of a trinomial? So, these are the steps to follow. Square the first term plus the square of the second term plus the square of the third term plus twice the product of the first and second term plus twice the product of the first and the third term. Now, let us have the last step for the square of a trinomial. So, we have here plus twice the product of the second and third term of the trinomial. Or in mathematical symbols or sentence or statement, that if we have the trinomial here, so we let capital letter A be the first term, capital letter B as the second term, and capital letter C as the third term. So we will have the square of A plus B plus C. So it is equal to the square of the first term. So we have A squared plus the square of the second term. So we have B squared plus the square of the third term. So we have C squared plus twice the product of the first and the second term. So that's why we have here 2 times A times B or 2AB plus twice the product of the first term and the third term. That's why we have here plus 2AC or 2 times A times C plus twice the product of the second term and the third term or plus 2BC. So again, we have here A squared plus B squared plus C squared plus 2AB plus 2AC plus 2BC. So we will follow this formula or sentence. So find the product of the square of 3x plus 4y plus c. So we will use this formula or equation. So we have here the square of a plus b plus c. So it is equal to, again, to a squared plus b squared plus c squared plus 2ab plus 2ac plus 2bc. Then let us identify what is our a. So we have here 3x, our b is 4y, and our c is 6. So we will substitute it to our formula or equation. So we will have the square of 3x plus 4y plus 6 is equal to the square of a. So that's why we have here, substitute the value of a, which is 3x, then squared, plus substitute the value of b, which is 4y. So that's why we have here 4y quantity squared, plus we have here c squared. So the value of c is 6. That's why we have here plus 6 squared. Then plus we have here 2ab. So we have here 2 times a, which is 3x, times b, which is 4y, plus 2ac. So 2 times a, so 3x, times c, which is 6, plus 2bc. So we have here 2 times b, which is 4y, times c, which is 6. Then let us simplify using the laws of exponent. So we will have here the square of 3x plus 4y plus 6 is equal to, so what is the square of 3x? So it is 3x times 3x. So we have here 9x squared. Plus the square of 4y means 4y times 4y. So we have 16y squared. Plus the square of 6, which is 36, plus 2 times 3x. So again, 2 times 3x, we have 6x times 4y. So 6 times 4 is 24. Then x times y, so we have 24xy. Plus 2 times 3x is 6x. Times 6, we have 36x. Then plus 2 times 4y is 8y. Times 6, we have positive 48y. So therefore, the square of 3x plus 4y plus 6 is equal to 9x squared plus 16y squared plus 36 plus 24xy plus 36x plus 48y. Our second example. So we have here the square of 2a minus b plus 3c. And of course, do not forget our formula or equation of the square of a plus b plus c is equal to a squared plus b squared plus c squared plus 2ab plus 2ac plus 2bc. Then let us identify the value of a, b, and c so that we can substitute it to our equation. So our a is 2a, our b is negative b, and our c is 3c. Then substitute it. So we will have the square of 2a minus b plus 3c is equal to, so we have here a squared, so substitute a, which is 2a, so it will become the quantity of 2a, then squared, plus b squared, so our b is negative b, so substitute it, it will become negative b, then quantity squared, plus c squared, so our c is 3c, substitute it, so it will become 3c, quantity squared, plus we have here 2ab, so 2 times a, which is 2a, so 2 times 2a, times b, which is negative b, so that's why negative b, so we have now 2 times 2a times negative b. And then plus 2ac, substitute, so 2 times 2a times 3c. Plus 2bc, so substitute again the value, so that's why we have here 2 times negative b times 3c. Then let us simplify. So we will have the square of 2a minus b plus 3c is equal to 4a squared. So the simplified form of the square of 2a, so it means 2a times 2a. So we have 4a squared. Then we have here plus the square of negative b. So negative b times negative b, which is positive b squared. So that's why we have here plus b squared. Then positive 3c squared, or the square of 3c is 3c times 3c, which is positive 9c squared. Then we have here positive 2a times positive 2, or 2 times 2a is positive 4a. Then positive 4a times negative b is negative 4ab. Then next, positive 2 times positive 2a, so we have positive 4a. Then positive 4a times 3c is positive 12ac. Then next, positive 2 times negative b is negative 2b, times positive 3c is negative 6bc. So therefore, the square of 2a minus b plus 3c is equal to 4a squared plus b squared plus 9c squared minus 4ab plus 12ac minus 6bc. So take note, class, that we cannot combine all of these because they are dissimilar. So ito na po yung ating sagot. Okay? Let us have our third special product. So we called it sum and difference of two binomials. So how do we get the sum and difference of two binomials. Okay, to get the product of the sum and difference of two binomials, these are the steps. So, square of the first term of the binomial minus the square of the second term of the binomial. Okay? So, what will it be in formula or equation? So, if we have here sum and difference, so that's why we have here A plus B. So, again, A is the first term, B is the second term. So, we have here A plus B times the quantity of A minus B. So, if we have here sum and difference of two same terms, we have here A and B, and this is sum and difference, or it can be interchange. Kahit pamao na si difference, tapos followed by sum, so it is the same. We will have the product, which is A squared minus B squared. So, it means that we have to get the square of A, then minus the square of B. So, now let us have examples. So, example number 1, we are given here the quantity of 5 minus 3x times the quantity of 5 plus 3x. So, if you notice, we have two same terms. We have here 5 3x and 5 and 3x. And then we have here difference and sum. So, it can be interchange. And to solve for it, so we will use this formula or equation that if we have A, the quantity of A plus B times the quantity of A minus B, it is equal to A squared minus B squared. So, let us identify first what is our A. So, our A is 5 and our B is 3x. Then, substitute it to our formula or equation here. So, we have the quantity of 5 minus 3x times the quantity of 5 plus 3x is equal to A squared, wherein our A is 5. So, that's why we have here the quantity of 5 squared. Then, minus, okay, B squared, wherein our B is 3x. So, substitute it. We will have the square of 3x. Then, let us simplify. So, we have here the quantity of 5 minus 3x times the quantity of 5 plus 3x is equal to the square of 5. So, what is the square of 5? So, it means 5 times 5. So, that's why we have here 25. Then, minus. So, we just copy the minus sign and the square of 3x. So, ano ba yung ibig sabihin ng square of 3x? So, it is 3x times 3x. And what is 3x times 3x? We have 9x squared. So, therefore, the product of the quantity of 5 minus 3x times the quantity of 5 plus 3x is equal to 25 minus 9x squared. Now, let us have our second example. So, we have here the quantity of x squared minus 6y squared times the quantity of x squared plus 6y squared. So, if you notice, meron pa rin tayong parehas na terms. So, x squared din dito, 6y squared din dito. So, pag ganan yung nangyari, so gagamitin natin tong sum and difference of two binomials. So, kahit pa magkapalit si minus sign at si plus sign. So, of course, ito yung ating formula. So, we have here the quantity of a plus b times the quantity of a minus b. So, we will have a squared minus b squared. So, let us identify what is our A. So, our A is x squared and our B is 6y squared. So, let us substitute these values to our formula or equation. So, we will have the quantity of x squared minus 6y squared times the quantity of x squared plus 6y squared. It is equal to a squared, wherein our a is x squared. So that's why we have here the square of x squared minus, we have here b squared, and our b is 6y squared. So substitute 6y squared to b. We will have here square of 6y squared. And then let us simplify this. So we have here the square of x squared. So ano bang ibig sabihin nun? We have x squared times x squared. And what is x squared times x squared? So we have x to the fourth. then minus the square of 6y squared. So again, ano ba ang ibig sabihin nun? 6y squared times 6y squared. And what is 6y squared times 6y squared? So we have here 36y to the fourth. So 6 times 6 is 36, y squared times y squared is y to the fourth. Take note that in multiplication, we simply add their corresponding exponent of the same variable. Okay? So therefore, the product of x squared minus 6y squared and x squared plus 6y squared is equal to x to the fourth minus 36y to the fourth. Now, let us have example number 3. So, we are given here 3 minus the quantity of x minus 2 times the binomial 3 plus the quantity of x minus 2. So, again, let us review our equation or formula that if we have here the quantity of a plus b times the quantity of a minus b, so it is equal to a squared minus b squared. So again, the quantity of a plus b times the quantity of a minus b is the same with this. So kung ito yung given natin, ito na yon. Ibig sabihin, from this, we can identify the value of a and the value of b. So wherein our a is 3 and our b is x minus 2. Then let us substitute the given values to our formula or equation, mathematical equation. So we will have here, so since ito naman ay parehas dito, so kokopyahin na lang natin siya, then equal, so ito dito na tayo magsa-substitute. Kung ang a natin ay 3, so papalitan lang natin to ng 3, then we have squared, then minus, kung ang b natin ay x minus 2, so papalitan lang natin si b ng x minus 2, then squared. Then isimplify na natin ito. So gamit yung ating laws of exponent. So we have here the square of 3 which is 9. Then dito, gagamitin natin yung unang natutunan natin sa special product. This is a square of a binomial. So paano ba natin kukunin yung square of binomial? So pag sinabi natin square of binomial, so we just have a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. So ibig sabihin, i-square lang natin to. So ito na yon, x squared plus 2ab, ang a natin ay si x, ang b natin ay si negative 2. So, positive 2 times x times negative 2. Plus, square lang natin yung second term, si b squared. So, negative 2 squared. And then, simplify lang natin. So, we will have 9, then minus, so we just set the grouping symbol para hindi tayo malito. Then we have here x squared. Then positive 2 times x is positive 2x times negative 2. So it is negative 4x. Then plus the square of negative 2. So ibig sabihin negative 2 times negative 2. So we have positive 4. And then, i-simplify ulit natin. So, bakit natin kailangan simplify? Kailangan i-multiply natin or i-distribute natin si negative sign sa loob ng grouping symbol. So, magiging ganito na yung sagot natin. So, 9, then negative times positive x squared. So, we have negative x squared. And then, negative times negative 4x, positive 4x. And then negative times positive 4, negative 4. So, to eliminate the grouping symbol. And then, if you notice sa ating product ng ating given number 3 example, meron tayong similar terms. So, we have this constant 9 and negative 4. So, let us combine them. So, what is 9 minus 4? So, it is equal to 5. So, therefore, the simplified answer or product for example number 3 is negative x squared plus 4x plus 5 because 9 minus 4 is 5. Okay, so I hope naintindihan itong example number 3 for the sum and difference of two binomials or two same terms. Okay, now let us have the cube of a binomial. So, paano ba natin nakukuha ang cube ng binomial? So, let us have these steps. So, cube of the first term of the binomial plus thrice the square of the first term times the second term of the binomial plus thrice the product of the first term and the square of the second term of the binomial. And lastly, plus the cube of the second term of the binomial. Or in symbol, we will have this, the cube of a plus b. So again, our first term, let us have a for our first term and b, capital letter B, for the second term. So yun yung symbol natin for the cube of a binomial. And then we have here how to get the cube of this. So we will have a cube plus 3 times a squared plus b times b, plus 3 times a times b squared plus b cubed. So let us have example. Okay, let us have example number 1 for the cube of a binomial. So let us have this formula to easily get the product of the cube of the binomial. So wherein we have here the cube of a plus b is equal to a cube plus 3a squared b plus 3ab squared plus b cubed. So for that, we have to identify the value of a. So our a is 2 and our b is 3x. So let us substitute it here. So we have here a cube. So again, we have here a plus b cube is the same with this. So we just copy it. So we have here a cube. So substitute the value of a, which is 2. So we will have 2 cube plus 3a squared b. So we have here plus 3 times a squared. So we have a, which is 2. Then we have squared. Then times b. So we have 3x. Plus we have 3ab squared. So we have 3 times 2, wherein our a is 2. Then our b is 3x. Then quantity squared. Then we have here plus b cubed. So we have plus our b is 3x. So substitute it and it will have 3x quantity cubed. Then let us simplify. So we have here what is the simplified form of 2 cubed. So 2 cubed means 2 times 2 times 2. So 2 times 2 is 4 times 2. So we have 8. Then first, before we multiply this to 3, so we have to get the square of 2 first before multiplying it to 3. So the square of 2 or 2 squared is 2 times 2. So we have 4. Then times 3. So we have 12. Then 12 times 3x, so we have positive 36x. Then we have here positive 3 times 2, so we have 6. But before we multiply it, let us get first the square of 3x. And the square of 3x is 9x squared. So 3x times 3x is 9x squared. And we have here 3 times 2, which is 6. Then 6 times 9x squared, so we have positive 54x squared. Then plus the cube of 3x, so it means 3x times 3x times 3x. So 3x times 3x is 9x times 3x, we have 27, positive 27x cubed. So therefore, the cube of 2 plus 3x is equal to 8 plus 36x plus 54x squared plus 27x cubed. Now, let us have example number 2. So, we are given here the cube of x squared minus 4. So, again, do not forget our formula or equation for the cube of a plus b. So, we have here a squared, or rather a cube plus 3a squared b plus 3ab squared plus b cubed. So, let us identify first our value for a, which is x squared, and our value for b, which is negative 4. And then substitute it to our formula. So, we have here a cubed. So, our a is x squared. So, that's why it will become x squared. Then we have the cube. Exponent 3. Then we have here plus. Then we have here 3. So, copy 3. Then we have here a squared. So, a is 3 x squared. Then the exponent 2. Then we have here b. So, our b is negative 4. Then we have here plus. Then the number 3 here, copy. Then we have a, which is x squared. Then we have b, which is negative 4. Then our exponent 2. And then plus b cubed. So our b is negative 4 and then the exponent 3. Then let us simplify this. So we will get here the cube of x squared. So it means x squared times x squared times x squared. So unahin muna natin yung x squared times x squared. So what is x squared times x squared? So i-add lang natin yung exponent of the same base when it comes to multiplication. So magiging x raised to 4. And then x raised to 4 times x squared. So it will become x raised to 6. Then here, unahin muna natin yung may exponent because this is multiplication. And multiplication is commutative. So what is the square of x squared? So ibig sabihin yan, x squared times x squared. So it is equal to x raised to 4. X raised to 4 times 3 is 3x raised to 4. Then positive 3x raised to 4 times negative 4. So it is equal to negative 12x raised to 4. And then we have here, so again, unahin muna natin yung may exponent. So we have here negative 4 is quantity squared. So meaning we have negative 4 times negative 4. And negative 4 times negative 4 is positive 16. Then positive 16 times 3 is positive 48. Then times x squared, so we have positive 48x squared. Then we have here the cube of negative 4. So meaning we have negative 4 times negative 4 times negative 4. So negative 4 times negative 4 is positive 16. Then positive 16 times negative 4 is negative 64. So that's why we have here negative 64. So we have here the final answer or the product, which is x raised to 6 minus 12x raised to 4 plus 48x squared minus 64. Now let us have our third example. So we have here the cube of 3x plus 4. So again, do not forget our formula that if we have the cube of a plus b, so it is equal to a cubed plus 3a squared b plus 3ab squared plus b cubed. Then let us identify our a. So our a is 3x, then our b is 4. Then substitute it to our formula. So we have here a cubed. So our a is 3x. So substitute natin siya doon. So magiging 3x. Then we have the exponent 3. Then we have here plus 3 times our a is 3x. Then we have the exponent 2. Then times b, wherein our b is 4. So we have times 4. Then we have here plus 3 times a, which is 3x. Substitute 3x. Then we have b squared. So we have 4 as the value of b. Then we have the exponent 2. And then we have here plus b cubed. So our b is 4. Then we have the exponent 3. Then let us simplify. So we have here the cube of 3x. So ibig sabihin, we have 3x times 3x times 3x. So 3x times 3x is 9x squared. And 9x squared times 3x, we have 27x cubed. Then again, unahin natin yung may exponent na 2. So ibig sabihin yan 3x times 3x. So we have 9x squared. Then 9x squared times 3. So we have here 27x squared. Then times 4. So we have positive 108x squared. Then dito, unahin ulit natin yung may exponent. So we have here 4 squared. So ibig sabihin yan 4 times 4. And 4 times 4 is 16. Then 16 times 3. So we have 48. And then 48 times 3x. So we have positive 144x. So we have here 4 cubed. So 4 cubed means 4 times 4 times 4. So 4 times 4 is 16. Times 4, we have positive 64. So we have here the final answer of the cube of 3x plus 4 is equal to 27x cubed plus 108x squared plus 144x plus 64. So I hope you understand our lesson for today. Thank you for watching. Stay safe and God bless.